this show sets a really high bar for any future animated adaptation for a video game or really anything else. Hey, what's up, nerd fam? This is your boy Gashan. I want to welcome you to Enter the Nerd. Today, I want to talk to you about Arcane, that League of Legends series that's on Netflix. So, just to preface this, I have not played League of Legends before. Now, obviously, I've heard of it. I have friends who play it, but me, I've never really been interested in playing it. So, I didn't go into this series like with a whole bunch of lore in my head and going with anything to compare this to. So, that was actually kind of refreshing for me to be able to just watch this as it is, right? And before I get into the things that I learned after I watched it, just reviewing the series. Number one, the animation is gorgeous. It looks so good, and obviously there's a lot of mocap going on that I can tell, which is great because that's where you get all like the very human accurate movements. But the fight scenes were great, the scenery was great, the character design is awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. The character development was great. This is not for kids, by the way. And it's probably because a lot of kids in this were dying. Like, people were getting wasted. There was middle fingers and F-bombs and all that, which is fine. It's okay. I don't think they ever said it was for kids, but whatever. I enjoyed it. They pulled at the heartstrings quite a bit. They got you emotionally attached and had you understand the motivation for some of these characters, which, in terms of every individual character, I thought V and even Vander's gauntlets were awesome. I thought like the fight scenes they had with them were awesome. JINX, that scene with, so just so you know, spoilers here if you haven't watched it, right? Spoilers. That whole scene where JINX tries to save them all from Silco and winds up like killing MYLO and everyone. That was pretty devastating, and it was crazy because, you know, V was like in defending her this whole time, and then, you know, wind up getting her pissed off enough to pretty much think about abandoning her, even though she didn't really abandon her. She got, you know, taken by that enforcer dude. Even showing, you know, VIKTOR's struggles growing up, you know, messed up from the environment that he lived in, the dichotomy between, you know, the people who are the topsiders and the people who live pretty much in the underbelly of the city, that kind of like prejudice between them, that gap. People, you know, they think things about each other without actually meeting them, which is funny because you can probably use that and mirror that to how people think about each other in real life, right? Even like how the council or the topsiders feel about magic, and showing that magic has done some crazy things. And it's nice to see those little scenes away because, you know, this world is so much bigger. Even if you know, if you played the game already, you know how much bigger this world is. But for a person like me who hadn't played the game, I could tell this world is so much bigger. I mean, even Mel's character, who I guess her family comes from Noxus, a whole other place which we haven't really seen. You know, there are other places besides Piltover and the prospective city of Zaun. So I really liked where this was going. Another thing that I liked about these characters, none of them were swapped of any sort. They were all who they were, all original characters. You know, there were no white characters turned black or guys turned women. They were who they were. Echo's original, Mel's original, her mom's original. That's good. It wasn't like another Netflix show that was based on a video game that had a character that was swapped from the video game, even though that show was very, very good. I'm talking about CASTLEVANIA. All right, but when it comes to the show, great. Now, I did afterwards go to read some things about League of Legends to learn some more about these characters, like to see like if they were accurate. It's funny because the excerpts for these characters are rather short in the game. And then I read the co-creator said that a lot of people were already attached to these characters playing the game, but they decided to like build worlds around these individual characters who, you know, the characters didn't really have much story to begin with, but they built more from the little bit they had. And I think that's actually a really awesome idea. It's a great way to make something that's obscure, or make characters that might be obscure that maybe the world doesn't know about, and make them prominent. Because right now, you know, kind of got me interested in playing the game. And I think that is the main thing you want to do. You want to get people interested into another part of the product. So it's like, oh, you don't play a game? Well, look at the characters that are in the game. You like that? Well, you can get more of them in there. And then I saw that they're actually doing crossovers. Like, they have like the skins, like some of the costumes they made just for the movie go into League of Legends, which is also a really cool crossover. Like, it's great marketing. So not only is the show good, but it lends to the game as well, which is there's nothing I can't like about that. And the way it ends is really cool as well, like a little cliffhanger with the gold in the back, so you never know, like, is she gonna save them all? Obviously, she has some type of magical properties. Her mom, I think her name is Ambessa, she's a little bit of a creep. Like, yeah, whatever she had going with that young dude who looked like a kid, yeah, that was kind of strange. Kind of, if that, I'm gonna say, if that was a guy, like, say she was a big dude, and it's like a young, small-looking girl, and the way he was like bringing him around, that'd be kind of strange. Just letting you know. That was weird, but whatever. Besides that, like I said, characters are great, action scenes are great, design is great. There's really nothing I can really complain. And they actually had great voice acting as well. Great voice acting. I believe HAILEE Steinsfeld plays V. That's the same one who is Kate Bishop, and we'll talk about that in another video. But at least here, this performance was good. Everything was cool, especially all the scenes with JINX. That was pretty disturbing. I could really go all over the place with this, but I love it. I really don't have any complaints about this. I can't wait for season 2. Hopefully there is a season 2. Hopefully enough people tuned in, because to be honest, I don't think Netflix marketed this very well. I mean, they have a habit. They just come out with stuff and some people just don't watch it. But whatever. I hope you watch it. And if you already watched it, tell me what you enjoyed, right? Tell me what your favorite character was, what's your favorite scene. If you play the game, let me know some things that I don't know. Educate me. Was this good? Did you appreciate it? Let's talk about it. Until then, Enter the Nerd.